Everyone. Welcome to another episode of Women Like Me Stories in Business. I'm really pleased today because I finally nailed down this fabulous lady to come on a podcast and talk with me so that you could all learn more about her. So today I'm pleased that we're going to have Lynda Easler that is with us today. Now, Lynda is an RN, but she does more than just RN work, and you'll hear about that. She also helps women who are 40 and beyond to regrow their hair and their spark. And something I want to find out from Lynda in our conversation today is she also mentions where science meets soul. So, Lynda,
Yeah.
yay, you made it. Thank you so much for being here. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit more about yourself and what you do, or what you'd like to
Oh,
share?
sure. So, all right. Are you ready?
Yes.
I was born. No.
Yeah. Okay. You can go that route if you want.
Yep. I'm a registered nurse. I trained in England. So I did my training there and then I emigrated to Canada in January of 88. As far as I always wanted to be a nurse, always. Mum was a nurse. My gran was in the healthcare industry. And it's always been in my heart, always. 13, I started volunteering. So I started volunteering at an old people's home, at a seniors residence, and it was in the next village. And that meant, like, back then, like, parents never drove you anywhere, right? Like, we hopped on our bikes and off we went. So I cycled to the next village and started volunteering. I started working on weekends and then went into nursing school at the age of 18. So that giving, that caring, that serving has always been in my heart. So now I'm coming to the end of my nursing career, 40 something years.
Wow,
I'm only 21 now. I'm only
that's
20.
yeah. But that's wonderful. Like that's a lot of years of caring for people
Yeah,
and giving service to people.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was it was really in your blood. Obviously, it
yeah,
was your calling when you
yeah,
stick with it for that many years.
yeah. My heart is so much in it and I still in it, but my body is saying, girl, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because like I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's like,
It happens to the best of us,
yeah,
Lynda.
yeah,
But it's true though. I mean, it's and I love how like at 13 years old,
yeah.
you started volunteering. You knew your path and you followed it and it was obviously the right path for you. I think that's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was just some I used to cycle there and back then it would be like, making passing out the tea and the coffee on the drinks trolley in the mornings and
Yeah.
then you go to the post office for them and sit and chat with them and then I'd cycle home. So that was the start of it. And then let's see, in the late 90s, I used to volunteer in Maple Ridge at the Planned Parenthood. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I was a soroptimist for many years. Soroptimist is a global organization helping women and girls. And then I stepped back from that actually in 21, when the world was in
Mm,
chaos, because
yes.
I had my own personal chaos going on. And it's
Yes.
like, I don't have time for this.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that oh, I just had a cat run in front of me.
Oh,
Sorry about that. Yeah, I think that happens 2021 changed a lot of lives.
mm, yeah.
A lot of people just rethought their life,
Yeah.
which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it gave us, my calendar had never been so empty.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I going to do now? I'm not so busy. And it was like, you're not going out to meetings, to networking meetings, or whatever it was. So it was a really good time to to reflect, I think, and sort of self-care. That
Yes.
is never in my vocabulary.
No,
I,
no.
I care for others, but me, no, I'm at the bottom. And that's
Yes.
the way it was. But 2020, 21, I had a whole lot of stuff going on, like sold my house, left my husband, found myself in debt, in a car accident, had shingles, all of the things, like
Oh
in a
my
very short
goodness.
period of time. And it made me really think about what I wanted to do and how I was managing.
Mm.
And the stress, menopause, all those things, like my hair.
Yes, yes.
The stress, the hormones, like it was
Yeah.
coming out and didn't want to see anybody. It's like my confidence went through down to my boots, not even
Mm.
to my boots, 10 foot under,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it's confidence. And it's just like, oh, but as a nurse, I used to have to perm my hair. Can you I permed the heck out of my hair because we used to wear these hats.
Right.
And my hair
Yes.
was so fine, like my hat wouldn't stay on. So I used to perm it for it to have something
Oh.
and like 20 grips in my hat to keep it in place.
Oh. And so do you think that that damaged your hair then? Like all of that perming and
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. From
Yeah.
the age of 18 to my early 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I did want to ask you about is that you help women over 40
Yeah.
to grow their hair, of course, and their spark. And so was that what inspired you to take on this mission? Is that what it was? Your own issues that you were having?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my hair was very fine, and it was damaged. And I used to have to wash it every single day to make it look half decent, right? And
Yeah.
I thought it looked great, but looking back at the photos, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
Um, so it was actually like kind of like 2018, I think. I started using the products and like it made such a difference. I couldn't believe it. And then the COVID thing happened, but going through menopause, like it was coming out. And then during like 2021, I got so sick with that C word,
Yes.
everybody got, and it was terrible. But um, I decided to purchase into the company in terms of like, so I could be an affiliate.
Yeah.
And I only wanted the discount. That's it. I only wanted the discount.
Well, that worked out, didn't it?
What do they call those? Kit snappers.
Yeah.
You just want the kit. And
Yeah.
so when all this stuff was going on in 21, I'm like, how the heck am I going to make some extra money?
Yes.
And I'm like, I've been through this. I love the products. Let's share the products. And that's how it
Yeah.
started. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm blessed with very thick hair.
Mm.
And I've got friends with quite thin hair, but I've been quite blessed. So I haven't experienced this hair loss the way some of my friends have, and certainly how you have. How do you think, do you think that it's a misconception that women about do do people really realize that women do lose their hair? Because we know men do because they go bald or
Mm. Mm.
but I'm just wondering if it's something that people are really aware of.
I don't think they think maybe like they see women losing their hair, but don't put a lot of thought into the reasons because there can be many reasons.
Yes.
The underlying health concerns, hormonal imbalance, stress being the biggest one, right? And if you're not eating a healthy diet and the nutrients that your body needs,
Yeah.
then you're not really giving your body the nutrients that it needs. And then very sadly in the hair care industry, there's a lot of products that maybe are high end or maybe they're from the store and they contain toxic ingredients. And it's
Mm.
those ingredients that are absorbed into our bodies, and it's those ingredients like the silicones, the parabens, the sulfates. They sit on top of your hair and they clog the hair follicles. And when it's basically
Oh.
suffocating your hair follicles. And so
Oh.
you're washing your hair and it's just weighing it down and down and down. And when you've got that layer of buildup, nothing can get through up and nothing can get through going down. And so people start losing their hair because the follicles are stuck in this buildup. And when you're brushing your hair, then these hair strands are left in the shedding stage, the resting phase, and they come out. But because they have been clogged and they're not active, then nothing new is shooting through. So then you're going to get thinning hair, patches of hair. Like for me, it was all here, all
Oh.
front, like, yeah.
Oh.
So I have new baby hair, but even postpartum, the hormone imbalance causes hair loss, a
Yes.
trauma, surgery, all these shocks in your
Oh.
bodies causes. But for me, it was because of like menopause and hormonal
Right.
imbalance, which is why I
Right.
focused on that. But there are many, many reasons. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And it could be traumatic.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes. I
Very
mean,
much so. My confidence was not there. And going out the house, it's like, okay, where's my hat? Where's my toque? Where's my, you want to
uh,
hide it and then bring it
yeah.
down. And
Yes. Aw.
it, to me, it was almost like I was embarrassed. I was
Mm.
embarrassed, which isn't a good thing. We shouldn't feel like that as women
No.
because of something that's happening to our bodies. It's like the menopause hot flashes, you get really
Yes.
hot. And then, my ex-husband used to be like, don't come near me, don't touch me, you're all wet. Like,
Oh.
ready, like go away. Like,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
the man
Oh.
upstairs is laughing hard, I'm sure, because like
Yes.
this is
Yes.
his humor.
Oh. Well, one of my questions that I wanted to ask you was, what role does stress and hormone imbalance play in health and in hair health? But I think that you've answered that. And so I know that you use a certain type of product. So what's the difference between that product and going and picking something up at the drugstore or
The products that I use are sort of clean products. They're plant-based, they're vegan, they're anti-aging, and who doesn't love that?
yes.
Hence the
Absolutely.
21.
Yeah. Yes.
They are scientifically based. Like we have a
Mhm.
scientific board that tests and looks at all these ingredients. What are these ingredients going into the products? And because they are naturally plant-based products, there's no fillers. There's no filler.
Right.
So,
Ah,
so the products are going to do what they say they're going to do. And, in the store, you might pick something off the shelf that's for dry hair or dandruff or whatever.
right.
Whereas our products not only look at hair concerns, they look at the hair type as well, and they're very personalized. So,
Ah,
as a affiliate, I'm able to talk to people, listen to what their hair concerns are, and make recommendations for the correct products.
ah.
Um, and so, like, I think, like, the products out there have, like, they sit on top of the hair strands.
Got it.
And with our products, it's the only, they contain our Rejuvenate oil, which is our hero product. And the molecules on that oil are so tiny, it has the ability to penetrate all three layers of the hair strand. So it's been able to be absorbed and heal from the inside out. It doesn't sit on top of
Wow.
the
So
hair.
so if a woman's losing some hair
Mm,
and she's diligent at using the
mm.
product, so how long, like when do people, like I know everybody of course is going to be different, but say on an average, when or you even, when where people start to see some, it is regrowth?
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
depending on the products that you buy, so I have a whole slew of products because depending on where I am in my the month of my hair,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not the monthly cycle anymore. It's the month of
Yeah, the
the hair.
hair.
Am I going to get it trimmed? Am I going to get it colored? Is it
Oh,
time for a hydration mask? Like all those things. But
right.
um, the product is they use such a certain way. Like we always say, you need to shampoo twice. Always shampoo twice because the first shampoo is not going to clean your hair. It's going to remove that environmental buildup, like the dirt
Oh,
and then the second shampoo is going to actually clean your hair. And our products are scalp focused. They focus on your scalp first. Because if you don't focus on the scalp and you have a healthy scalp,
yeah,
whatever you're going to put onto your hair is really a mute point because it's like putting regular gas into a vehicle where you use premium gas or
right.
top of the line. So you've always got to think about what are you doing to your scalp. And most people start to see results 30, 60, 90 days.
Yeah,
It is a process.
of course.
Not going to happen overnight. So if someone's looking for a quick fix,
Yeah.
that's it.
No, no. Well, and I don't know really, are there any quick fixes?
No, like
No,
you know,
no.
but
Yeah.
it's like the diet industry, right? People are
Yeah.
looking for quick fixes, and when they don't see a result, they move on.
Yes. Yeah. You know, in a lot of the information I was snooping on you before our podcast, you do say that that it's more than hair, it's healing.
Mm.
So, what do you find with that? Is that a healing of, like, what is it a healing of?
For me, it's a healing of getting the old me back. Um, I'm a very outspoken person. I laugh, I use humor, I'm positive, gratitude. But when I was going through that, I began to shrink into myself. Didn't want to go out, didn't want
Yeah.
to see people because I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin,
Hmm.
right? And not only that, so that's sort of my body as a whole and my emotions, but the hair too. You have to heal the scalp before you heal your hair. Right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so our scalp, we have like your gut, our scalp has microbiome. So if your gut health is out of whack, you're going to get nausea, you're going to get
Mhm.
heartburn, you're going to get, I won't talk about bowels, but as a nurse, we do all the
That went
things.
off.
The
Oh,
same thing with your scalp. You have to
right.
have a balanced microbiome. And so,
Yes.
the viruses, the fungi, the bacteria all
Mhm.
sort of melding with each other to get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's not balanced, you get things like a dry scalp, an oily scalp, itchy
Yeah.
scalp.
Yes.
And that's what one of the things during menopause, I was forever scratching my scalp. And
Ah.
I'm like, darn it, I have nits, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
No, no, I understand. Yeah.
it took me back to my school days, like when the school nurse used to come and look
Oh,
at your hair.
yes, yes, yeah. I think I remember those days, Linda.
Nichinora, we used to call her. Nichinora
Oh,
Bug Explorer.
oh,
It
oh,
was like
Lord.
so dry and
Yeah,
itchy
yes, yeah.
and
Wow.
so and then the thinning on top of that. So
Yes, yeah,
our products are actually designed to remove the buildup.
right, right.
And so when you remove that buildup, it's then the products that you're using can be absorbed and penetrate
Yeah,
into the hair.
yes.
So
Ah, yeah,
it's like like how can I put it? So if think of your scalp as the soil to the garden. When it's fertilized, when it's watered and taken care of, you're going to get flowers that bloom.
yeah.
But if it's like a desert and it's dry and cracked, you're not going to get nothing. So the scalp is really the foundation of healthy hair. Yeah.
That's a great way of thinking of it for sure.
Mm, mm.
Linda, I would like to just kind of turn a little bit from our conversation because I have been following you for a while. We've known each other for a little while now, and I love your Instagram.
Oh,
I just love it. But no, and I'm bringing it up for a reason. And I'm bringing it up because you were talking about women being embarrassed, women being feeling shy, not feeling like they want to put themselves out there. But you've just put yourself out there,
yep.
girl. And I
Yep.
love it. I love what you're doing.
Thank you. You see that now, but I never started like that.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
like Instagram, like social media really didn't like bloom or like blow up until COVID, right?
Right.
And I was doing in-person meetings, and I love that because I really want someone to see my face, and I want to
Yes.
see their reaction. And
Yeah.
you can get so much more information when you're doing a face-to-face. That's part of my job that I do now in my day job in my nursing. I'm always meeting people face to face.
Yes.
When somebody says to you, I'm fine, you're like, uh-huh, like, tell me more.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that little meme. What show was it? The guy, Ross, is it? Going, I'm fine.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, exactly.
That's
Yes,
Brit was
yeah.
saying, stiff upper lip and
Yeah.
all that,
Yeah. Yeah.
I digress. But where was I go? Oh, so when I first started, it's like I had no idea about social media. I
Yeah.
didn't. And even now, like going live on social media, I almost get like palpitations. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I can do a video and post it. I can
Yeah.
do reels and post it, but actually doing lives is really hard for me.
Yeah.
And people, I say that to people and they say, really? I'm like, yeah. And I think it's because you don't know who's out there, and you could be speaking to you don't know, and you're like, is
Yeah.
anybody going to jump on your live or not? Is anybody going to see me?
Yes. Yes.
I've
Yeah.
gotten to the point now, it's like I'm not going to be perfect. I'm
No.
just gonna do it. Like start,
I
do it now,
just
and
eh,
take action. Like
yeah, and that's what I love about watching you as well. I mean, they're entertaining and educational, but I love how you're just out there.
mm,
Fear, whether there's fear or no fear, you've decided that this is what you're going to, it's just a way of the new world, of course. This is
yeah,
what we
yeah,
have to do if we want to build our business for sure. But I know there's just so many women because I know that you have been in networking for a while, and I know that
mm,
you're running one of the BC Women Networking groups. I think
yeah,
are you in Coquitlam?
yeah. The Tri Cities, yes,
Tri-Cities,
yes,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so you must see that.
yeah.
You see that fear that a lot of women
That's
have.
yeah, and it's supporting them through that and encouraging them.
Yeah.
It for me, serving other women, helping them. It's not about telling them, being negative. It's all about building them up, lifting them up, and let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's do it together. Let me help you. Let me show you. And there's no gatekeeping. It's like we can all benefit from this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
sometimes in my nursing career, it's like, oh, you know, you've asked for something. Oh, I'm not going to tell you that because, well,
Yes.
tell me, share it so I can share it moving forward, share it to everybody.
No, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And because I've noticed as well that we as women, I think the next generation won't have our problem.
Mm,
My granddaughter is 12 and she's on live and doing stuff out there on the with the kids, right? And
mm,
so, but for definitely for women our age and we're who didn't grow up with being so out there, it is fearful.
yep.
But it is also the way that we build our business. So if we just have to get over that. And I just
Mm,
wanted to bring that up about you because I just thought that was so wonderful.
thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and you're just showing other women that just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Yeah.
It didn't kill
And then,
me.
you know, and you just laugh with it. You roll with it now.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
yeah, okay,
yeah.
I could be the source of your entertainment.
That's right. Yeah. So, Linda, I have five, six questions that I love to ask my podcast guests to get
Mhm.
to know you a little bit better. So, do you mind if I throw them at you?
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay, you can do it. You can do it. Okay. So the first one is, and I know you just where did you just get back from?
Oh, I went to south of Spain and Gibraltar.
Right, right. Yes. So, okay. Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you go and why would you go there?
I would go back to Gibraltar in a heartbeat. I was actually born there. Um,
Oh,
and so was my brother. And my brother went back 10, 15 years ago. I'd never been back. And I was a baby, like a
oh,
toddler when we left. So I went and stayed with a friend in the south of Spain and then hopped over to Gibraltar. And it was amazing. Amazing.
oh.
You know how, like, I emigrated from the UK. So it's something like, I don't mind doing things by myself. Like, I'm going to travel, I'm going to do it, make my
Yeah.
mind up, and I'm gone. So when I went to Gibraltar, it was very emotional for me, very emotional.
Ah,
I felt a connect. I felt a connection. I felt that this is where I was supposed to be or know about. And it was absolutely amazing. I found the church that I was baptized in, where we
wow.
used to live, the hospital I was born in. Like, yeah,
Wow.
it's like that
That,
last piece of the jigsaw puzzle, like being put
yeah.
in there, right?
Yeah.
Loved it.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And I think it would just that little bit that you said is an encouragement to other people. I know we come from well, I'm from here, but my ancestors come from Norway and I've got a son who just wants to go there so bad. And as you're talking, I'm thinking to myself, maybe that's the missing piece for
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah, yes. Wow. Okay, next one.
yeah.
What is your favorite way to unwind after a busy day?
Music,
Oh,
music,
lovely.
listening to my music. Well, you know, I do put my feet up with a cup of tea after work and watch the good old Coronation Street.
Oh, of course you do. Of course you do. That's awesome. Okay.
But
Do you?
music is right there because when you're out walking and you got music, you just sing along, and I don't care if there's anybody watching.
Yeah.
It just uh, I grew up with 60s music with my parents, so I tend to migrate to that music.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay. What is a favorite book that has inspired you?
A favorite book that has inspired me. There's many, but you know what? Like, there's so many personal development books, so many business books,
Yeah.
but there's nothing better for me than getting up in the mornings, cup of coffee, and reading my Bible.
Oh, and there's so many, um, what's the word I'm looking for? There's so much wisdom in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, good for you. That's awesome. Okay. What about a favorite motivational quote that keeps you going?
What's the one is I used to have it at the end of my email. A dance like no one's watching.
Uh,
Like
that's totally you. That is totally you. I can see why that's your favorite quote.
it's I used to be worried about what people think, what people said,
Mhm.
all of the things. And it's like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm me. I'm showing up authentically. This is me. This is who I am. Some people are going to love it. Some people, it's not their cup of tea. Some
Yeah.
people, I'll say, jog on. So, you know, everybody,
Oh, that's so true. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So this is an interesting one. If you could have dinner with any women or woman, I should say, any woman in history, who would it be and why?
Florence Nightingale.
Oh,
Florence Nightingale, because of like the first female nurse that made a
yes.
huge difference. I mean,
Yes.
you've got that documented, and that's
Yeah.
what started like nursing females. And so it would be her if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for my mom,
Yeah.
and like I just see
Yes.
that serving.
Yeah.
Um,
Beautiful. That's
I want to
beautiful.
be like her.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, my last question. If you could whisper one truth into the ear of every woman who's struggling right now, what would you say?
You can do it.
Oh,
You are worth it. Do it because you've got it inside you.
oh,
It's
I
your
love
superpower.
that.
Just we all have a superpower.
Yeah,
Do it. Yeah.
yeah.
And once you've
Oh,
done it once, you'll realize how great that feels and you'll keep on doing it.
wow. I love that, Lynda. Thank you so much. Oh, well, we all have gotten to know you a little bit better. Yes. And I loved your answers, and the last one was that was good. We need to hear that as women.
We do. We
Yeah,
do. There's
yeah,
so many, negatives. Like let's lift each other up and
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Linda, I have enjoyed our conversation. I you are just a wonderful lady. No, you
No
are.
words, no words.
No, you take that. You take that because you are. And I love what you're up to. And
Thank
I
you.
love
Thank you.
that you're one day you're going to retire, but yet you're not going to retire. You're just going to go on to continue helping people, which is what you've been doing for 47 years.
Or
It's
no,
in it's in
40
your
something, 40
oh
something, not
oh
47,
for 40
40
something.
something. Yeah, it's
40
getting better,
something,
40
something.
something.
Yes, okay, 40 something. But it's in your blood.
Yeah.
It's in your
Yeah.
blood to help, and I think that that's beautiful, and it'll be fun to see what you do next. So yeah,
Thank you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome. Okay, everybody, so if you would like to reach out to Linda, for whatever reason, but certainly if you are a woman and a man, but we're talking to ladies today, and you're having some issues with your hair, talk to Linda because she's got something that's been helping her and helping some of the people that she's been helping. So, get out there and try, and don't be shy. Don't be shy, reach out because there is help out there. And I will have all of Lynda's details in the detail section of the podcast and of the video so that you'll be able to find Lynda. So, Lynda, any last words for our listeners out there?
Yes, take care of you. Self-care is so important.
Yes,
And I'm
yes.
just learning that. I'm a slow learner. Fill your cup. And if your cup's not full, you can't help others. So fill your cup
Yeah.
first.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, everybody. So we will see you next time with another episode. Not quite sure when that's going to be, but I will definitely see you again. So take care, everyone.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you.